Hey folks, this is your DM Alex coming to you live from Comic Emporium. This is the Cetv live show, and this is the first of the August shows. We got a lot to go over today, so I'm going to try to go through all the new stuff really quick, and then I'm going to get into some of the really interesting stuff that we've got going on. So first off, if you were paying attention, then you know that we did some remodeling this past weekend, and now Comic Emporium has brand new shelving, brand new displays. Everything looks a lot sleeker, a lot cooler. It's better organized now. All of our back issues are now organized into filing cabinets so that you can very easily sort through everything. It looks fantastic. Okay, all right, and moving on, all the cool new stuff that we've got. So we've got Pokemon. If you were following Pokemon, then you know that we had a couple of things released today. One of the things that we've got are the Marnie Premium Tournament Collection boxes. We've got those on the shelf right now. We've also got the first partner packs available. We also have the Ice Rider and Shadow Rider box sets. We've got the Pro Trainer Toolkit. We have some Chilling Reign build-in battles. So if you were looking for some Pokemon stuff, we've got some cool new Pokemon stuff in. We also got some of the old first partner packs. So if you were still looking for, I believe it was Kalos, Alola, and I can't remember the other one. But we've got a few of the old first partner packs. So if you were looking for some of those, we've got those in as well. As far as new dice goes, we've got some new semi-precious dice in. So we've got this is the Blue Sandstone set. It's kind of hard to tell from here, but if you'll come in and check it out, they're actually really cool looking. We also have and these are my favorite actually, these are the Cat's Eye Aquamarine dice. These are so very, very cool. They're like almost holographic. They're so awesome looking. And then if you like Jasper, we've actually got some new dice made out of Jasper. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool. And board games. So we picked up, if you're a fan of Tokyo Ghoul, the anime series, we have the Tokyo Ghoul Bloody Masquerade board game. This is like a kind of a hidden roles game where what you're doing is you've got a mission to complete, and you've got to try to complete it without making the other player suspicious of you. There are certain events that are mandatory that when you draw the card, you must do whatever that action is, which can draw heat down on you. Very cool game. If you want to come by and take a look, we've got two on the shelf there. All right, I believe that is all of the new stuff that I've got for you. So now we're going to get into some of the really interesting stuff. About a month ago, I talked to you guys about how to grade comics and how to price and value your comics and your cards. And we talked about two different websites. But let's talk actually about what grading is, how you go about doing it. So grading is where you actually send your comics off to a professional company. For the instance that I'm going to be working with today, I'm talking about the CGC. So what they do is they'll actually take a look at your comic and give it a value based on its condition. And that value can be anywhere from like 1.0 to like 9.8, 10.0 if it's like perfect. Okay, so what it looks like is I'm going to show you some of the ones. So these were actually, I'm borrowing these from a friend of mine because he's got a bunch of graded comics, but so we have a 2.0. Okay, so this is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 6. This is the first appearance of the Lizard. So what you see here is it's got a 2.0, and it actually tells you there was some restoration included, a small amount of glue on the spine, but it also tells you origin and first appearance of the Lizard, Dr. Curtis Connor. So some really neat stuff. You can actually find this stuff on the labels, right? I've got Avengers, the introduction of Baron Zemo, some Fantastic Four, which is Hulk versus the Thing, some really cool stuff. But I wanted to show you some of this because we've got some really interesting things, and people always have questions, well, why should I get stuff graded? Well, when you get something graded, it actually can increase the value of it over a raw grading. So the higher the grade, from 1 to 10, the more valuable the comic actually is. And they do some stuff like they'll do actually some restoration on their own side of things to make the comic a little bit better. So how do you do that? Well, first you got to have a membership to the CGC. You go onto their website, you apply, you select what level of membership you want, and you kind of I think there's a cost for it. But anyways, once you get to that point, okay, now you can actually start sending them comics. Now, to give you some kind of idea of what the turnaround is, so we looked at it yesterday, and as of this week, they are now looking at submissions that they received the last week of May. Okay, so that's like 2-3 months ago at this point. So yeah, they're just now looking at those comics. That doesn't mean that they're grading them. They're just now opening those boxes up and actually taking a look at those comics. Now you can pay for a certain time frame to get them turned around to you. Like basic turnaround for comics worth less than $1,000 is like $12.50 or something like that. It's really really cheap, but it takes like 120 business days, which that's like 3-4 months. So it's crazy, but you can pay more money and get it back faster once they actually start looking at it. So we looked at what the quickest turnaround is, and the quickest turnaround is 12 business days. But in order to get it back that quickly, they're going to charge you a minimum of $150 or 3% of the value of the comic. But what that means is if you've got, say a Spider-Man 300 and it's 9.8, which is like a $10,000 comic or something like that. It's something crazy amount of money. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay 3% of that before you get your comic back. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But that's what you're looking at when you're talking about grading comics. So you want to go to the CGC website, and you're going to start a membership. You're going to pick what level member you are kind of shooting for, and then they're going to, you're going to send your stuff in, and it'll take them a couple of months to actually get to your submission before they actually will start grading it. So yeah, that's grading comics, guys. Hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. It's seriously somebody who's handling your comic and looking through, and they're checking the staples, they're checking the covers, they're looking for damage, they're checking the fading of the paper on the pages and stuff. It's somebody's actually taking time to do that. So if you're wanting to get some comics graded, that's the process you got to go through. And there's a bunch of different companies out there that do it. CGC is the number one that most people use. There's another one, I think it's CBC or something like that. But anyways, that's kind of the way it works. Guys, that's everything I've got for you. We've got some new stuff coming in. Nope, I forgot. Next Saturday is Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day. It is going to be, we're going to open our doors to subscribers only starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday. And you'll be able to come in and get first pick of all the free comics that we'll have available. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll open to the general public, and everybody can come in and pick up whatever we've got left over. And I believe, are we having any sort of limitations to begin with? Is it one title?
It's either 3 or 5.
Okay, yeah. So we'll have some limitations to begin with, but then as the day goes on, we'll release those limitations so you guys can come and just pick up whatever you want after that. We are in partnership with the Bay County Public Library, so they will also have some comics as well. And so if you can't get to us, then you can get to them, and they'll have comics for you guys. So that's going to be Free Comic Book Day is next Saturday. Subscribers, you guys will be available to come and get your stuff starting at 9 a.m. This Sunday is our board game event. Remember, we have changed times now that school's starting again, so we will actually be starting at 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday, and we are going to go until 6:30. And so you guys come on out. Let's play some good board games. And other than that, this is your DM Alex, and I will see you guys next week.